reminded us how good of a rapper he is, and obviously needs to be respected. But I don't know, man. I don't know because it's still the I was still very much in like, all right, it's one song. Let me get back to some songs for you or Life is Beautiful, whatever. But I don't know, man. I think because I still personally, and I don't want to speak for you or the pod, I'm still in a space where I can't take him serious just yet. Like I still think I need time to pass before I'm able to be like, all right, whatever you're saying, I believe. Right. 'Cause I think there's a couple lines he talks about like, was it putting rappers in a corpse or like
Like turning them into martyrs or something, like
something
all
like that.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm just like, okay, you know? And I think I also had that fear with Drake when Drake dropped an album, when he dropped the album. I was like, bro, like, am I gonna be able to listen to you and truly believe what the fuck you're saying? Right? Like, am I gonna believe like you actually like they told you to put the beef to the side and you said you can't, you know, like, am I gonna believe? And I did, right? So I was hoping I was gonna have a similar reaction to J. Cole, maybe because only one song, like it's easy just to move on from it. But I would say that song maybe like, all right, cool. You're obviously still a phenomenal rapper. That was never in doubt. But I think it was just hard for me to truly buy in because of the manner of how the beef played out from his perspective. Like the POV of him is like, you were like, actually, never mind. I apologize. I want to be friends. And I just like, I don't know, bro. I wish like at least again, I don't know which is the better way to do it, but at least for me, Drake went out swinging, which obviously just more respectable for me. But how about you? What do you think about Clouds?
No, I definitely agree with that. I think I even kind of felt this way before the beef, to be honest. It just seemed like he had this habit of like popping out of the woodwork and just randomly doing like a five verse and saying I'm the best and then disappearing. And I don't know, like maybe it's because he has I personally feel like the weakest catalog out of the big three, that I just wish it would just be a body of work rather than these kind of
One off songs?
one-off memos of like
Yeah.
addressing whatever's going on and then going back to, riding bikes through NYC or whatever. Because he's a phenomenal lyricist. I think even people who don't like him like
I
kind
think
of
he might be the
agree.
best out of all three of them.
Yeah,
We're
no,
just
he's the best. Like when
yeah,
it comes to just flow and technical ability, which
yeah,
is why it pisses me off and so many people, I feel like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But did you like the like what he was saying though? Like, did you fuck with the lyrics?
Yeah, I fuck with the lyrics, but it's one of those things where I'm like, do I want to listen to this again, or is it just a bunch of moments? And
Mhm.
maybe moments to some people are more impactful, but for me, I just want just good music. And I think as an artist, you're allowed to express yourself. So obviously, if that's the way he wants to do it, I much rather that than a tweet.
Sure.
But again, like I just feel like he's kind of running out of things to address.
Yeah, bro. I agree with that, man. And okay, so I think we're both on the same side of this line, so we don't have to keep going on and like repeating ourselves. But so, what do you think is the approach though, right? Because I don't think we're not unique in this take, right? I've heard a lot of people having similar responses, like they're struggling on how to embrace Cole right now. So, what do you think? We've tried to give Drake advice; he won't listen, obviously. What do you think the best approach is for J. Cole now? Like, because obviously he's going to hear that similar takes all around him. So, like, what do you think is the to get his approval rating up to what it was prior, this time last year? What do you think he has to do?
I think he should just whatever, like this fall off album or whatever. I think he just has to make that the best he can possibly make it, and not letting the beef overshadow it content wise or anything like that. Like I don't think trying to reverse time and beef with someone else or anything like that is going to help, because he's already has that L. So similar to Drake, just make good fucking music and a good project, and people will slowly or even quickly forget, like if they have something to rock with. And I think his
Yeah,
issue is he always has like J. Cole always has this anonymous rapper that he's like willing to smoke or beef with. And I don't think
I think
that's
that's
gonna
the
work
problem,
anymore.
bro. I think yeah, exactly. I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem, bro. I don't know. because at least with Drake, bro, when he like still brings it up again, and I kudos to him for only kind of bringing it up a couple times, like when it's like blatant, right? I'm sure we'll find out that there's like a bunch of subs in there, blah 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 blah. But like it didn't take away from the album. Um, but at least people respect Drake for like trying, right? Like, and dude, there was moments where I listen to Push Up and Family Matters all the time, right? So like he also gave quality content. I think the issue for to your point, like J. Cole's always and every rapper is always aiming at someone, right? Like this is at you, whoever rapper. But I think the way everything played out, man, it's just so hard to believe that, right? And then when all of his songs are essentially at this like fake persona person who, and it's like, would you really do that though? Like,
Right.
so I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I really struggle. Like, what's his best approach? Yeah, the easy thing is just put out good body of work. But to your point, has he ever done that where you really felt the need to like replay that shit over and over again? Like, I even like before he apologized, right? The whole delete me later body of work. I
Mhm.
mean, maybe we fucking played it a couple times over, but not really. Like yeah, I definitely agree with the take where I think he has the third ranked out of those three catalogs. Even though there's moments where he goes off, right? I don't as a body of work, I don't really see myself ever like, yo, put that J. Cole on while we're riding up and down, wherever in America. So I don't know, man. I struggle for him, bro. I think it's gonna be I think he just keeps doing like one song here and there for a while. I don't think we're gonna get the fall off because I think that title is too ironic right now.
Yeah. 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 And like he out of the 3 doesn't really seem to have the skill set to make music for a particular
Like
like
the
vibe
masses.
or
Yeah.
yeah, the masses or even just like different environments, like some smooth shit for the lady. Like he did a lot of that stuff before, but I feel like lately it's kind of just these cuts that like address how good he is, how he destroys people on features, and then how being rich and famous now is like, he doesn't want any parts of it because like we're all false idols
Fatherhood and
and shit.
everything. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is cool,
Which
but
is great.
how long can you
He,
do it though?
he sounds like a great guy.
Yeah.
But I'm saying from the ability of like moving me to like, oh man, I cannot wait. Like again, to our point prior to this part of the episode. Like, dude, Larry June was so good on that album that we were like, yo, what else does he have for us? Right.
Mhm.
This song did not make me go like, oh my, I cannot wait for the fall off or whatever is next. I was like, yeah, you reminded us you can rap very well. We knew this, bro. So like I think it either has to be a way that he truly I know he already kind of did that one song where he kind of like addresses Drake and Kendrick and all that stuff, but like maybe it's not enough, bro. Like maybe you need to double down and say some other shit. Or you just drop a body of work that we it's undeniable and we're like, fuck it, bro. Like cool. Like, well, you may not be big three or whatever, but we really fuck with you. But I didn't hate the song. I did enjoy the song though, and I did like that was like they sampled like Wiz a couple times, right?
Yeah, yeah, the Never Been apparently beat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really, I mean, again, that's just like a time in music where I just fucking was in love with Wiz in a huge way. So, yeah, dude, it was fine. Like again, it was fine. Like but I heard it once, and I never felt the need to go back.
Yeah. And I've said this before for other rappers, but I think similar to the take about Nas and Hit Boy, I feel like one of the easiest ways for to make a rapper more exciting is for them to try different beats. And I think J. Cole does a good job featuring on all kinds of random people's songs, like from Lil Yachty to YG or whoever.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's a no-brainer to just, have beats that aren't maybe as quiet instrumental, like meant for freestyle, type beats, and have beats that are a bit more fun, hard hitting, what have you. And I feel like that alone would make people keen to listen a bit more. But
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
But my
obviously he
issue
has
with
to
this,
want to do it.
yeah, but my issue with it. This is also like my issue. Like, it's crazy to make this comparison between J. Cole and Russ, but like this is also my issue with Cole, bro. Like, he's also very too much like a DIY beat guy.
Mm,
Like, bro, like we like just get the best beat, bro. Like it doesn't have to be you who makes the best like the beat. Like just get the
Yeah.
best beat for yourself, bro. I feel like he takes it upon himself to like, I'm the one who's like the best lyricist and I produce my own shit. It's like, okay, bro, like there's that.
Right.
Like I'm supposed to be impressed by a mediocre beat because you're a great lyricist. Like that's also something I think is a hindrance to him on these albums because like it's heavily him producing shit, which
Yeah.
again is a great skill set. But if you're a B minus producer and you can afford an A plus producer, get the A plus fucking producer. Like I don't know, like I think that is also what kind of holds him back from the other two.
No, that's a great point. And it's kind of a hindrance if he doesn't do that because I feel like a core fan base might be like, why the
Love that
fuck do you
sound.
want a
Yeah,
mustard beat or some shit? But I mean, to your point, the my favorite Russ song is called Guess What? And it's with Rick Ross on a Boy Wonder beat. So
there you go. Yeah.
like sometimes I feel like all it takes is for you to maybe step away from your routine and say, you know what? Let me invest in someone else or, be a little less egotistical and like controlling over having my name under every fucking type of credit on the song. Like you're allowed to work with other people, but that's just us apparently that think he should do that.